Good evening, everybody. How is everybody tonight? My name is Julia Green. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and this is my Facebook Friday Live. Welcome, welcome. Tonight's theme was going to be about butterflies, and I saw this quote the other day, and this is what inspired me to do butterflies tonight. So today I read that butterflies rest when it rains because it damages their wings. It's okay to rest during the storms of life. You'll fly again when it's over. So I always think butterflies are really fun this time of year. And they're kind of a sign of transformation, hope, love, new beginnings, and an inspiration for all kinds of art, whether it be photography or paper crafting or painting or any of that kind of stuff. So butterflies are just a really good theme all the way around, right? All right, so tonight I'm going to be working with, let's see if I can find all my stuff here. I'm going to be working with the Beautiful Butterflies, the hybrid embossing folder, the dies that go with the stamp set, and the stamp set's over here. Beautiful Butterflies, a really, really pretty stamp set. It's got some nice sayings in there as well. It comes with a beautiful die set. So I'll show you what this die does, this big one here that kind of different, something we haven't really seen before in our die collections. And then it has this big one. And the reason I liked it was because I liked the bodies were separate from the wings and stuff of the butterflies. So that's what I liked about it. So that was one of the reasons I purchased it. One of the many. So, as you guys know. All right, so let's get right into it. Oh, I wanted to show you what that one die did. So this one here, it's kind of a little bit of a unique die. We haven't had something like that before, but look, it makes this fun little butterfly card. It does this nice little thing where it cuts all this out, and then, let me show you here. So it cuts all this part out here, but it leaves a little bit across there and a little bit of a fold. So I just thought this would make a really cute tag on a gift. Wouldn't that be really pretty? Chloe is in Dreamland. Yes, she is. Grandma's going to be in Dreamland pretty soon too. so I thank you guys for coming on late tonight. I am a little later than usual. Hi, Patricia. A little bit more of a normal time for you, right, Patricia? So I had a income tax thing appointment that I had to do this earlier this evening. So I postponed my Facebook Live until now. And so, yeah. So anyway, so this die right here in this set does this cute little butterfly. And I just think this would make a really cute, it's a cute little tag. And it also will fit in our little note card envelopes. And there's a bunch of different things that I've seen with it, but I just did up a real quick one so that you could see what that little die does. All right. All right. So let's set that stuff aside. And then it's like, okay, where do I set it aside? All right. So let's bring in our first card tonight. So I've got my supplies here. I went ahead and I already attached the body to the butterfly on my butterfly here because I didn't want to lose it. So I went ahead and attached that. It does cut it out a little bit separately. And I've got one little spot that didn't punch out here. Hey, Miss Sandy. How are you this evening? I hope you guys all had a great week. I've had a busy week as usual. What else is new? My weeks are always busy. So, all right. Enough playing around with that. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to mount. So I'm using Very Vanilla and I'm using Wild Wheat. This is kind of a monochromatic card. And I'm using some of the 23, 25 in colors because they're going to be leaving us. Actually, I want to put a little more glue on there than that. I'm going to put a little here where it's wide. I'm going to put a little bit here where it's wide and a little bit up here on either side. Yeah, so these are part of the 23-25 in colors. And as y'all know, the beginning of May, we have a new catalog coming out. And one of the exciting things about a new catalog is 5 new in colors. So these guys will be retiring. Oops. So you're going to want to get them while they're hot. And so I'm also using the 23-25 in color pack of paper. I have a little selfish reason I'm trying to use up some of this paper before it's discontinued. All right, so I'm doing an easel card for this one. So this is a 4 1/4 by 11 piece of the cardstock in the wild wheat. I was not drawn to this color when they first introduced these in colors, but I have to tell you that this wild wheat has really grown on me. This one and the pebbled path. They were not, I was like kind of, and then, like I said, they have really grown on me. Now, this one's 4 by 5 1/4. This was 4 by 5 1/4, and we cut it in half. All right, and when I do these little points, I like to grab my liquid glue because I can't get right into the little points with my Stampin' Seal. So I grab my liquid glue because I want my little corners to lay nice and flat. We're going to lay that on there just like that. All right, we have our little strip that we're going to put on the inside. Alrighty, and then this guy, well, you know what? I was supposed to stamp on that before I glued it down. The color is growing on me, but still can't figure out what to do with it. Well, hopefully this will inspire you, Kelly. To me, it's kind of a gold. It's kind of like a muted gold, I guess, maybe. So, all right, in case you need me, I'm here. We're going to stamp that right up in the corner here. And I felt myself wiggle a little bit. So, oh, good. It didn't make it blurry. All right. And then let's put some dimensionals on the back of this guy. Our nice big butterfly, which he becomes the main focus of the card. So it's a nice big die. So that's kind of neat. It also matches the embossing folder, which is really kind of cool too. All right, so we're going to put this guy right about there. Now I grabbed these. These are the faux glass dots, and I'm going to use the yellow ones, but to me they look like the wild wheat. So we're going to do a big one right here. And we need a couple little ones. We did a little one up here, and we did a little one down here. All right, so there you have it. There's card number 1. Pretty simple, but I thought it came out pretty. I would think it would be kind of fun to do like a whole set of these in all the 5 different colors. Wouldn't that be kind of cool? I'm actually going to do that with the next one that I'm going to show you, and give it away as a gift. I need a gift this week for somebody who's having a birthday, and they are going to get a set of these, the next card. And let me show you here. Okay, so now I'm using the copper clay. And copper clay is another one of the retiring colors. Love the butterflies. Yes. Hi, Jenny. How are you tonight? Thanks for stopping in. All right. So we're going to start again. Easel card 4 1/4 by 11. Fold it in half. We're going to use some of that DSP again. So this is a 4 by 5 1/4 piece. And you'll see I'm using the stripes this time, which is the other side of that pattern that we used on the last one. All right, so we're going to put that right there on the front of our card. Now, I've taken the embossing folder this time, and this is a 3 by 5 piece. And I don't know if you can see how pretty that embossing folder is, but look at that. Isn't it pretty? Oops, I'm getting a little glare, sorry. Someday I'll figure out the fun thing about lighting in here. All right, so I decided not to use my Stampin' Seal on this either. I'm going to use my Tombow glue, and part of that is because when you emboss the paper with these really detailed embossing folders, it really distresses the paper. So I find that using the Stampin' Seal usually always rips and tears. A parrot themed card. Well, I need Stampin' Up! To come out with a parrot themed stamp set, Stace. How are you? Miss working with you, girl. I sure do miss working with you. I was just thinking about you earlier tonight, too. That's funny. All right, so now we're going to lay this over just a little bit at an angle. And so those stripes are going to show a little bit on either side. When I get it where I want it, then I'm just going to really give it a good rub so that that glue kind of spreads out everywhere and especially gets to the edges. Alrighty, now I'm going to grab, I still have vanilla envelopes, and I don't think they're available anymore, but I still have them, so I'm still using them. So, but what I wanted to show you was, so this is a 4 by 5 1/4 piece of piece of the DSP behind there, okay? So when I cut it off at the 5 1/4, I ended up with this 1/2 inch piece that is 6 inches across. So I am going to take that liquid glue, and we're going to put a little bit of that right on through, down through there. And I'm going to put this at the bottom of my envelope. So this is something a little different, but it's because I want to use up this whole sheet of DSP. I don't want any left over. No waste, okay? So now I'm going to take my bone folder, and I'm just going to burnish that a little bit, and that's going to really spread that glue out, because we don't want any places where it's going to pick up a little bit, because, you know, especially if it's going to go through the mail. Now I'm just going to cut my little ends off here on either end. Alrighty. Now I grabbed my copper clay, and I'm going to stamp a butterfly down in this corner of my envelope as well, because one of the fun things about making cards is also decorating your envelopes. And I'm going to put one back here on the flap of the envelope as well, because how fun is it for somebody to get a card from you in the mail and the envelope is decorated? Oops, I still need that. All right. So this little guy is in the dies. So there's a couple little shapes that you can put little salutations on. And so we're going to do the So Thankful. And we're just going to stamp that right in the middle of that guy. Alrighty. Now I have this other piece that I believe is 2 inches. Isn't he 2 inches? I think he's like 2 inches by 4 inches long. Or no, he's 5 1/4 inches long. So I decided, because it was kind of light color, and I think if you use a dark enough pen, I'm going to put this right on the inside. And because not a lot of it was showing on the outside, I thought this was a good place to put it, was right here on the inside. So you're going to have that on the outside with just a little bit of it peeking around, and then on the inside you'll have like that. And I think you'll still be able to write right over top of that, which I thought was kind of neat. Something, again, just something a little different. Now I want to decorate this guy up a little bit. So I'm grabbing that twine that we have that are in these colors, and I just need one going to pull it apart until I get one thread here. Oops. It pulled apart on me. I didn't want it to pull apart, so I'm going to switch to the other end here. Let's see if I can get this to, that one pulled good. All right. So I've just pulled it apart so it's not so bulky. We're going to put a little bit of whatever kind of adhesive on the back of this. And I'm just going to kind of go back and forth and just have it stick. Oh, I can hear my Max coming up the stairs. He's like, who's mommy talking to? It's funny, I can hear it like he's sneaking up the stairs. He's really quiet. Oh no, Stace. Is it your arm that you injured? All right. So I've gone ahead now and I've put some dimensionals on there. And we're going to put that right down here in this, whoops, upside down. We're going to put that right down here in this corner. I'm so thankful. Now I grabbed these. These are the metallic gems, and they are in silver, gold, and copper. And we're going to grab some copper ones off of there. So we're going to do a big one up here. Oops. Do a big one. And then another big one. Kind of did him in here. And then one down here. And then I'm going to put two little ones on my label with my salutation. All right. So there's that one. So again, we did a little bit different with this one. Here's my sample that I was copying off of. But I think that's kind of neat. And you've used the whole sheet of the DSP, okay? So you have no leftovers, no little scraps to worry about, nothing. You've used it all up. So I'm going to make a set of these in the 5 different colors, and I'm going to make a cute little box to put them in, and that's going to be my gift this week to a friend of mine who's having a birthday. All right, so we're going to put that one over there. Okay, next one, and I want to get these out of the way because I don't want to stamp with the wrong color. All right, next one, we are going to use Summer Splash. Trying to find all my pieces here. So we have our heavy cardstock, our heavyweight cardstock is going to be our card base. And then we have a layer of the Summer Splash in 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And then I have another white piece that is 4 by 5 1/4. And then I've already done the butterfly and I already glued his little body on, okay? And then I have the label. So I need a scrap piece of paper. I'm going to bring this in. I have one of our blending brushes. And I'm going to grab some ink off my ink pad with my blending brush. I'm going to come over here because I don't want it to, I have a hard time with the whole starting and stopping. So what I do is I come over here and I kind of brush it off a little bit and then kind of come in and put some ink on there. And I'm going every which way because I just want it to be, I want it to be subtle. Okay? Just like that. While I have this open, I grabbed this. It says Best Birthday Wishes. Sorry. This is from the Stippled Roses, okay? And this is pretty long. And I know that there's ways that when you can stamp and then make them shorter, but because it was so long, I ended up trying to find a salutation that fit in there a little bit better. So I liked this one that said Best Birthday Wishes. So we're going to stamp that right in the center of that. Just like that. Let's get this out of my way. Let's go right ahead and glue this guy together. Max is literally under my feet. He's like, I don't know why Mama's up here. She should be downstairs in bed so we can snuggle. Huh, Max? He's like, what is she doing up there? All right, so now I've cut out one of the butterflies, and this time I just did the center of him, of the butterfly, and we're just going to put that right in the middle of our card. We can go ahead and put this layer on our card base. So put that right on here. Okay, and then let's put this guy on there. I'm so ready to see some butterflies and dragonflies and hummingbirds. I don't know, for some reason this has been a long winter. I know it's not any longer than any other year, but for some reason it just seemed longer this year. All right, we're going to put this guy right in the center of our card. Okay, now we're going to put some dimensionals on the back of this. And we're going to put that right across, right about there. And then I grabbed the in color dots, and we want the Summer Splash ones. So we did a big one over here on the end. We did another big one, oops, over here, and this one goes here. And then we did one up here, and one over here, and then one down there, and one over here. Now I grabbed the white baker's twine. We're going to tie a little thingy. Just like this. Max, you're snoring. Can you guys hear him? Max is my 9-year-old black lab. I have a 10-year-old yellow lab named Murphy. But Murphy doesn't do the stairs anymore, and my stamp room where I am now is on the 2nd floor. So he has to have a real something really inspired him to come upstairs. If my granddaughters were here and they come upstairs, then he manages to come upstairs. Takes him a while, and it's actually not so much coming up the stairs as it is going down the stairs that he sometimes has. So I did a little bow over there with the white baker's twine. All right, now the real fun part of this card is make some room here. I'm gonna grab my foam board. What are your birds? Stacy has a bunch of birds. Stacy you have parrots. One of them's a parrot, right? The big white guy. All right. So we're going to ink that up real good. And we're going to come in here on the inside, and we're going to do this big butterfly right there on the inside. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? On the inside of our card. I think that really makes the card, to be honest with you. Now, I'm going to grab an envelope because I'm going to do that same thing on my envelope. So when I have a stamp that's bigger, most of the time I do my Stampin', I do it this way. But when I have a stamp that's bigger, I like to do it this way. I think they used to call this the kissing technique. Sandy, correct me if I'm wrong. All right, and we're gonna stamp that butterfly right there on the corner. Perfect. Alrighty. There's that one. So that's number 3. And I have one more for you. If you're not asleep. If I haven't put you to sleep. So isn't that fun? I really like that one a lot. And then we have the matching envelope. So, and you could do this with any color, you know, and again, make a set of them with a whole bunch of different colors. Wouldn't that be really pretty? And then make a cute little box to put them in and give them away as a gift. All right, last one. What did I do with the last one? So the last one, I decided to switch it up. This one is going to be with sketched butterflies. This one is in the annual, this stamp set is in the annual catalog. And again, has some fun dies. These butterflies are a little bit different. We have some different salutations here. But these literally, if you look at them really close, look like a pencil sketch, which is, I think, really kind of neat. Let me grab all my supplies here. So we are using Lost Lagoon as our card base. We've got lots of pieces and parts here. Okay. Can we hear you? Let's roll this back up. This got pulled apart here. Oops. This is the really pretty gold linen thread that I really like a lot. It's really pretty. It's one of them things that you can't really see on the video. 3 parrots, 1 dove, and 11 chickens. I know, my chickens just started laying eggs again. I was so happy because we don't have a light on them for the winter time. So they took the winter off, well deserved. I was okay with that. All right, so this one's going to be a regular card. We're starting out with Lost Lagoon. It's my card base. I am then doing a layer of Pretty Peacock. One of my favorite colors is Pretty Peacock. Let's go ahead. We're just going to layer this right up. Whoops. That's what I meant before about the Stamp and Seal kind of tearing the paper. The heat is going crazy again here because all of a sudden we had a little teaser of spring, and then it's been down in the 20s now for the last 2 days. I think we're going to see some really good teasing of spring come Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I think is supposed to have some really good weather. Okay, so this paper is the Regal Distressed Pattern paper, and it's a specialty DSP paper. That I believe you can find online because I believe it was in the holiday catalog, but it's still available. It's online. All right, we're going to put that right on here. So my peacock layer was the 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. Now this is 4 by 5 1/4. You know, I end up with a little piece left over. So we put that on the inside, so that it carries over to the inside. Kissing technique is exactly what that name says. The stamp and the stamp pad are brought together like they are kissing lots of little pecks. Thanks, Sandy. All right, so this shape is cut out of the cottage dies, the countryside corners that went with the countryside cottage, okay? So we're going to stamp on that guy. We're going to use our Pretty Peacock. We're going to stamp our little sketched butterfly up here at the top. Okay. And then we are going to come in with wishing you a beautiful birthday. And that's going to be down towards the bottom of that shape. I then layered that on a piece of the brushed gold because I thought that matched really well with this paper. Okay, And my brushed gold was curled for some reason. So when I did this earlier, I did use the liquid glue. And I think just because I wanted to know that it was going to be a good adhesion. So, oops, we got not a lot here. Yeah, isn't this color pretty, Stace? This one is a nice one. All right, and we're going to layer that right on here. And we're going to try to get it so that it's even all the way around. And again, we're going to just really rub that good because that's going to squish that glue everywhere where we want it to be. Now, here's a little thing. On my original one, here's my original, my sample that I made this afternoon. I left the corners like that. But I'm thinking I might cut the corners down on this one and see if I like it better. So I'm going to grab my bigger scissors and I'm going to come in here and I'm going to try to cut it down. I think I like it better with it cut down, to be honest. I think I'm already liking it better. All right. Just like that. Okay. And I'm going to use that liquid glue again. This, some of these specialty papers sometimes have the backs on them have a little bit of a gloss to them, a little bit of sheen. So if you really want to know that they're going to stick and stick well, I suggest using the liquid glue. Okay. Whoop. That really slid. We didn't want it to do that. That's the other thing you got to be careful of, is that when you're mounting these, it is liquid glue, so it is a little bit slippery. It does give you a minute or two to put it into place. All right, so there we have that. Now, I'm going to take that linen thread, or braided thread. Now, I made this a double bow, so I take a piece of the length that I think I'm going to need. I double it over. So I'm making my bow with two threads. And right over left. And hopefully they all go through, just like that. Here we go. And then we're going to pull these back through a little bit. We got one bow way bigger than the other guy. So let's pull these loops out a little bit. I kind of cheated myself and didn't give myself a long enough piece here, so. All right, let's do this. And you just kind of keep playing around with it till you get it where you want it. And we're going to put that right there in the center with a glue dot. All right, so hopefully I have inspired you to get out your butterflies if you have butterfly stamp sets or butterfly dies, and just get creative with these fun butterflies. I believe everything that I showed you tonight was available. So which one do you guys like better? Do you like it that I left it the rectangle, or do you like it when I framed it up? I actually like the one that I framed up better. That's the one I like. And then I stamped my envelope to match. I did a butterfly on the outside, and I did one on the tab on the back, and I did a couple butterflies on the inside as well. So fun, fun, fun. All right, so that's what I have for you tonight. Hopefully I haven't put you to sleep. Oh, wait a minute. We had the brushed brass butterflies that I also added a couple of those to this little guy. So we did a big one up here. And this one I'm going to switch it up a little bit. I'm going to do the big one down in this end, and I'm going to do the little one up here this time because I have my butterflies a little bit closer to the top on that one. So there you have it. All right, let's put these guys out so that you can see. I pick up all my mess, and I'll get the rest of my cards out so that you guys can see everything that I did tonight. Max is, uh-oh, she's moving. She's moving. Where she thinks she's going. She's moving. All righty. Oh, I like the envelope with this one, so we're going to put the envelope with that one. All right. Did we do... We didn't do an envelope with that one, but we did do an envelope with this one, and I want you to see this one too. So, all right, how's that? We can back it up a little bit so you guys can see everything. So there you go. There's my butterfly cards for tonight. Hopefully you like them. Jenny likes both. Yeah, I kind of like both too. But, yeah, this paper is so pretty. Really, really pretty. Very regal. Very regal paper. Chelsea likes the cut corners. Kelly likes the cut one. Stacy likes the cut one. Hey, Miss Lorraine. All right, guys, that's all I got for you tonight. So hopefully I've inspired you to get out your butterflies and do some fun things with your butterflies. Don't forget to check all the online specials that we got going on. A lot of stuff dropped this week. We've got lots of online things. We've got the kits. We've a bunch of kits, a couple more kits that dropped. Ton of online stuff dropped this week, so that's always fun. Paper pumpkin, this one looks like it's going to be a cute one. I really love the last paper pumpkin that we got, and I'm looking forward to this one as well. Don't forget to add your add-on if you want to do some die cutting with your paper pumpkin. Also, don't forget to check those last chance products. Those things are going to be changing all the time now because we're going to be, well, this mini catalog is good till April, and then we have a new catalog coming out. And like I said, the in colors are going to be kind of dropping. So now's a good time to get your catalog out and make yourself a really good wish list. Okay? All right, guys, I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much for indulging me and letting me come on late. No, Sandy, you won't see me tomorrow. I actually have a funeral. I won't be making the team meeting tomorrow. My husband and I have to go to a funeral tomorrow. So, and we have another, Tom has another cousin that is actively dying as we speak too. So, I think I see another funeral in our future, unfortunately. So it's been a rough winter in that regards this winter. So, which is another reason why butterflies are really cool. It's an inspiration for new beginnings and transformation, right? All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Come on back Sunday morning if you're awake. Grab your coffee. We do coffee and a card, 8:30 on Sunday mornings, Eastern Standard Time, because I'm here on the East Coast. Right, Patricia? A little early for you. I'm sorry. Patricia's on the West Coast. So, all right, guys. Thank you so much for stopping in tonight. And I think I'm going to let you go. I'm going to go snuggle with Max. Max he's up and ready to go. The tail is a wagging, and he says, Mama, let's go. It's bedtime. It's actually way past his bedtime. All right, guys, let's go. Let's see. Yep. Thank you for watching. And as always, hopefully we'll be stamping together real soon. Have a great rest of your night.